If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
Carl, a bank loan officer, has become withdrawn since his divorce from Stephanie. He has an increasingly negative outlook on his life and routinely ignores his friends Peter and Rooney. On the advice of an old colleague, Nick, Carl attends a motivational seminar that encourages people to seize the opportunity to say yes. At the seminar, Carl meets inspirational guru Terence, who tells him to enter a covenant with the universe and say yes to anything asked of him. Later, Carl says yes to a homeless man's request and is stranded out of gas and with no battery on his cell phone in Elysian Park. Disillusioned, he hikes to a nearby gas station where he meets Allison, an unorthodox young woman. She gives him a ride back to his car on her scooter and kisses him before leaving. A few days later, he is offered oral sex by his elderly neighbor Tilly in return for helping her put up shelves. When he refuses and immediately experiences bad luck, he returns and surprisingly enjoys the moment. Quote, believing that he must say yes or suffer the consequences. Carl starts to seize every opportunity that comes his way. He renews his friendships with Peter and Rooney, builds a bond with his nerdy boss, Norman, assists Peter's fiancée, Lucy, with her bridal shower, attends Korean language classes, and much more. Accepting a band flyer outside of a coffee shop, he sees an idiosyncratic band called Munchausen by proxy. The lead singer is Allison. He is charmed by her quirkiness. She is delighted by his spontaneity and they begin dating. He earns a corporate promotion at work and, making use of his guitar lessons, plays Third Eye Blind's song Jumper to persuade a man not to commit suicide. Carl and Allison meet at the airport for a spontaneous weekend excursion. Having decided to take the first plane out of town, regardless of its destination, they end up in Lincoln, Nebraska, where they bond more. Allison confesses her love for Carl and asks him to move in with her, and he hesitantly agrees. While checking in for the return flight, Carl and Allison are detained by FBI agents who, due to various coincidences in Carl's recent behavior, have profiled him as a potential terrorist. Peter travels to Nebraska as Carl's attorney and explains the situation, revealing the truth to Allison at the same time. She begins to doubt whether his commitment to her was ever sincere. Deciding that she can no longer trust him, she leaves Carl and refuses to return his phone calls. Carl's life takes a turn for the worse and he almost forgets about Lucy's shower. He manages to arrange a major surprise party, as well as set up Norman and Rooney with Sue-Me and Tilly respectively. After the party, Carl receives a tearful phone call from Stephanie, whose new boyfriend has walked out on her. When he goes to her apartment to comfort her, she kisses him and asks him to spend the night with her. After Carl emphatically says no, his luck takes a turn for the worse. Deciding he must end the covenant, Carl returns to the convention center and hides in the backseat of Terence's convertible so he can be released. However, he reveals himself while Terence is driving, startling him and causing an oncoming vehicle to collide with them. After Carl regains consciousness in the hospital, Terence tells him the covenant was not real, it was merely a starting point to open Carl's mind to other possibilities, not to permanently take away his ability to say no if he needed to. Freed from this restraint, Carl finds Allison teaching her sports photography lesson and admits that he is not ready to move in with her just yet, but that he genuinely loves her. And they reconcile with a kiss as Allison's students take pictures. Carl later persuades the attendees of Terrence's next seminar to donate the clothes off their backs to charity. And Terrence is greeted by an entirely nude convention center.